Hey guys, Tim from Tacoma, Washington. So, during my endeavors as a mailman, I discovered a space. It's called Trafton Open Space here in Tacoma. It's in between 66th and I believe that's 70th. It's not on my route, so I can't remember exactly. And it's butted up against Tacoma Mall Boulevard. You can't get to it from there. You have to go down to Skip Vaughn Park, or otherwise known as Wapato Hills, and go down Wapato towards 70th, and you find it right there in kind of an alleyway behind the houses on, I believe, the 6800 block. Now, there's no parking, but we ride bikes, we don't park. So we're already a minute deep, so I'm going to try to run through this as fast as possible. So in my opinion, this is how it should work. You come over here, and this trailhead I just discovered, but I think this was a more natural way to get in. You see somebody laid down slate. I believe they put it down here so that they could wheelbarrow some junk over here. But all of this sticks and whatnot, this was all in the way. This pathway was completely obscured. Only looked like a beaten down kind of nonsense trail. But here I am going down a rise, and then bam, I go into some nice rollers, S-curve style. I got a mattress. There's some debris that's here from, you know. So right here it wide diverts. It goes into another little roller to a berm that snakes over, or you can straight shot it if you're not comfortable doing all these S-turns. Beginner and expert. There's also, it's hard to see, but this little pathway that used to go through, all this was super overgrown. So I think you would need to come down through here, and essentially this would be just a smooth, or as smooth as possible after a little bit of traffic. And there's some blackberries and all that stuff, holly, ivy, kind of overgrowing the pathway. But you get over to this, man, almost tripped, this little landing area. And essentially, I think if cut back a little bit, this could be like more of a traffic circle or so. And there's another lesser used pathway that goes down into some stuff I'll show you. But essentially, me and my 9-year-old son, over the course of a couple of days, have raked this back, chopped back what we could, without power tools yet, or gas powered. But this is a nice single track. What I would say is that this could be widened a little bit to accept two-way traffic to a degree, because this won't be super busy, but people will take the wrong way, and there's just not a whole lot of way to remingle it. But then you got this big roller right here, and it drops down. So if you've got enough speed, if we've got that compacted enough, we've got this first feature, which I think is not very beginner friendly, but I'd ride a 29er fat tire, well, not fat tire, but 29 plus, and it's challenging. And then it goes down into this. Obviously there's some drainage issues that could be rectified into this really crappy wood feature. Me and my son built this. It was, believe it or not, a lot worse before we rebuilt it. We reshaped it a little bit, cut it down, and then laid everything lengthwise, or widthwise instead of lengthwise, because originally it was lengthwise and all these boards were on top kind of bridging it, but they were snapping. So, in my opinion, like I said, you come in over there. But there's also this drop down into it. And here is the reason I'm calling it pipeline. Somebody at some point did. But this is another way to get in. There's a kind of a little area where it's obvious that people have still been coming down here to, walk their dog or whatever. But this is the little lead up there. Now, I think this is more of an exit point than an entrance point. Just because when you come in here, you come right in the middle of the rollers. And bear with me, I know this is long, but like I said, this is a large place with a lot of features that can be reworked, reshaped, and reestablished into a really fun neighborhood spot that we could all enjoy. We could grow our kids here and let them have fun. Some of my tools. And then, as you can see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm standing on top of the 6th, so that's 5 and then 6. And then it goes into this. Now this used to be 2 diverts. One that went down this way, and then one that went through here